possible to make $100,000 on just DoorDash as a full-time delivery driver? Most of you are shaking your head no at this very moment. Let's be honest. What if I told you there was a driver that did make $114,000 in DoorDash in 2022 and is on pace to do $120,000 in 2023? Would you believe me? Is it true? Did I make you just a little bit curious? Well, let's go find out. Welcome back, everyone. It is Kim from Kim's Side Money Plans here for the RideShare Guy. This has been talked about so much in the past couple of weeks, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about this because someone goes and blows away DoorDash earnings, and here we are today talking about it. So there was a driver in Hawaii recently that did $114,000 in 2022. We are going to get into this article, what advice he has for fellow drivers, and I think the last piece of advice he gives is one of the most important. And I'm going to tell you what I agree with and even maybe disagree with. So you're also going to want to stick around because I have an update to this article and some really exciting news. The DoorDasher's name is Ronald and he comes to us from Hawaii, but I think I already said that. He started dashing in 2020 in Michigan. Like many dashers, he was feeling burnt out from his regular W-2 job. So what does he do? He started DoorDashing full time. In 2021, he made $73,000. Then in 2022, $114,000. He does state his area is really good at the tipping department because when people go on vacation, they tend to spend more. I don't live personally in Hawaii. God, I wish I did. But I do live by a shore area, and I personally do see a spike during the times of Memorial Day all the way through until Labor Day. People who tend to go on vacation tend just to throw caution to the wind and spend away. Nature of vacation, right? If you can dash in touristy locations or beaches during peak times of the year, or in Ronald's case, all year long in Hawaii, it can produce some better opportunities for you as a dasher. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about the couple of pieces of advice that he gives his fellow dashers. And I'm going to quote right from the article. So, quote, I believe the key to my success is based on my work ethic, staying consistent, minimizing my distractions, learning the market I'm in, and providing quality customer service also play a huge role. I personally think this is pretty dead on, and I agree with this 100%. He also says, and I quote, lose the entitlement mindset. Not everyone will tip, and they aren't required to. Some people do tip, some people don't. There is really no strategy for getting tips. My take on this, and I've said this before, take an order, don't take an order. It's up to you, really. Customers are always going to tip or no tip the way that they really want to. We as drivers can't control what comes into our phones or how people tip, but we do control as drivers what we take when it does come into our phone. Okay, so anyway, here is his advice. First, use DoorDash over the other apps. Ronald has tried Uber Eats, Instacart, and Grubhub, and they say that it's really just not for him. DoorDash dominates his market. I personally think any gig app is market specific and you need to know what works in your own area. I agree DoorDash is dominant in my market, but it might not be dominant in your market. It might be Uber Eats, it might be Instacart, even though DoorDash holds 65% of the market share. Make your money based on the app or the apps that dominate in your own market. Okay, second piece of advice. Don't chase after money. Just because an order pays $20, it doesn't always mean that it's worth taking. He said, particularly if it is far away, he said drivers should make sure that they're earning at least $1 to $1.50 per mile. I completely agree with this. Don't chase after money. Don't let dollar signs outweigh your logic when it comes to how many miles it is, and for me, how much time it's going to take. Let's face it, time is money. I make a lot of my decisions based on how much time I think an order is going to take, and if the money is worth my time doing the order. Also, I always keep the wheels moving, so there's constant flow of money coming into whatever app I am working. Third, he says, focus on maintaining a strong rating, acceptance rate, and completion rates. He has a 70% acceptance rate, a 93% completion rate, and a 4.98 rating for customer service. He says, I have tried to accept 70% of the orders that are given to me every hour because it helps you with your ratings. He says the higher ratings can lead to better opportunities, and those opportunities can turn into better earnings. I personally maintain high ratings in my own area, but that means that it doesn't work in all areas. I am a top dasher personally because I need that one and only feature that it's good for, which is Dash Now. Scheduling is a real big problem in my area, but I also am very fortunate to be in an area that 70% of my orders that come into my phone are good enough to take and are $1 per mile or greater, which is what I personally strive for. But do I believe every market is different? And just like I stated before, and if cherry picking is your way that you are making the most amount of money, then you know what? Go do you and make your money any way that you feel that is right for you as an independent contractor. So guys, bottom line, go make your money any way that you feel like you need to go make your money. Okay, fourth, even if it won't always result in a great tip, Ronald says, providing great customer service is important for getting and keeping a high rating. I really agree with this. We are in the business of customer service, and I go out every day and treat every customer with the same level of high customer service, with a smile and my friendly self, and deliver it with a hot bag on every order. I communicate appropriately and when needed to keep them updated, whether it is a $4 order or a $40 order. Some even lead to more tips after delivery. That happens with me quite often because I really believe in customer service. It goes a long way, especially if you have been doing this for a while and have repeat customers. They recognize you as a great driver, and that really can help you out in the long run. Overall, I would like to think we would all love to make $100,000 per year. To do it just on DoorDash, to me, is just mind-blowing, and maybe because I'm a multi-apper, hats off to you, Ronald, for killing it in Honolulu. It takes a lot to put yourself out there and give sound advice on things that work for him and contribute to making $114,000. So here is my exciting news. I met Ronald while I was at GigCon, and we talked for a couple minutes, and I enjoyed our conversation immensely. I learned a lot from him, and we learned how we have similarities and we also have differences, but that's what's so fascinating, learning for someone in a completely different market and also on the complete opposite coast of where I'm actually from. So while I was talking to Ronald, he has agreed as of right now to join Zach and myself on Money Hungry coming in September. So make sure you are tuned in to learn more on what Ronald has to say, and we will pick his brain a little on how he was so successful, or is successful, I should say, on the DoorDash app. So is it possible to make $100,000 on DoorDash? Ronald is proof that it does happen. Is it rare? In my opinion, Absolutely. I think it truly depends on your market and how much time you need to put into being a dasher that will actually make it happen. So let me know, have you ever made $100,000 on DoorDash? Or even any of the apps combined? And if you haven't, which is perfectly okay, what was your highest earning year that you've had to date? So, are you new here? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Make sure that that bell is turned on so you know when all the latest videos come out. Looking for more DoorDash videos? Don't forget to check out this one right here. I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.